I'm Jacob Grenz.
And I'm Winnie Stone.
And this is Come On In, Queens. They did it again. I had a bubble in my throat that time. It wasn't a cough.
You lean into the mic when you're going to cough. That's what you do. You don't... Your instinct is to let the audience hear all the phlegm in your throat.
No, I'm awful. I also cough on people at the grocery store. No, I actually don't.
You actually do.
No, I don't. I sneeze right into people's faces.
You fucking rude bitch.
No covering. How are you?
I'm good. It's been a busy week.
It has been. Tell me more.
Busy week. I'm just taking on more with my job, which is self-employment. So I've gotten more employments, which is good.
More employments.
More employments.
That's good.
I'm just, it's, what are we even talking about today?
It's bumping. Well, we're going to touch down on Drag Race All-Stars Season 10.
Right.
And tell our, very deep thoughts on it.
Very deep thoughts.
Yes. Well, that's good to have more employments.
Yes.
That's a great thing.
How are you?
I'm good. I have been consumed by K-pop Demon Hunters all week.
Yeah.
We watched it last Saturday after we did the podcast. And then the soundtrack, it was presented to me first. We went to Blackpink. Our friend Michael C. recommended it to us. Mm-hmm. And I don't seek out animated films. It's just not my thing.
Yeah.
But I like them. I love Moana. It's one of my favorites.
Fair.
And I love Inside Out. That's another favorite.
Yeah.
But I was like, you recommended a cartoon, and then we watched it. Immediately obsessed. And the soundtrack is it's been bored into my brain all week. It's intrusive at this point. I hear it while I'm sleeping. Yeah.
I started it and then I fell asleep, but I heard enough of the music that I was like, okay.
The music is better than Frozen.
Yeah, I love when a movie has accessible music that's fun and new. Mm-hmm. And because I'm not a big fan of musicals, but when it's that where it's sort of pop music plugged into a movie, I
agree. Yeah, so your homework assignment is to go watch it before our next episode. It's pop culture, zeitgeist material.
Yeah. No, I was liking it. I don't know why I fell asleep, but...
Well, you're old. Just kidding.
She needs her naps. Yeah.
Speaking of old, we're going to see I Know What You Did Last Summer, the reboot today. Yes. We watched the original last night.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. And
I haven't seen it in 20 years, but I could probably still quote every other line.
Yeah. Outside of the "What are you waiting for?" That was so good. Julie James, they made her so frumpy. Why did they do that? She has greasy bangs and
the greasy bangs.
Do you see them in your head? They're like this. They're stringy. And she's wearing a nun's habit the whole time. No, she didn't.
They really went for that final girl.
They did.
Frump her up.
I was thinking of our episode when I watched it. I was like, oh, she is final girl. Outside of the fact that they have sex on the beach at the very beginning. So she already broke the rules.
They do?
Yeah, her and Freddie Prinze.
Oh. Blacked out some of that movie. Did you watch the second one too?
Yes, I still Know What You Did Last Summer.
Last night?
No, we didn't. I was just know that girl that's her friend in the first one suddenly mysteriously gets swapped out by Brandy in the second one.
Wait, who was she in the first one?
Just some random girl.
It's supposed to be the same character?
I think so. Here I am spewing fake facts already. Welcome.
Yeah.
Come On In, Queens.
Good thing we're a comedy podcast, not a fact-finding podcast.
So we're going to go see that. Have you seen it?
Seen.
I know you did last summer, the new one. Do you need help?
Yeah.
As you hit your face on the microphone. Oh, the dogs are crying already.
I lied. I knew what this episode was. And I was going to wear, thank you. I was going to wear
I'll put it right there.
A gown. And then
you're going to wear a gown.
Too hot and wet today.
Yeah, it is. It's very moist
today.
in Chicago. It's raining outside right now.
And then I was going to wear this, but then I did a little test of how I'd be sitting.
A screen test? Well, I mean, you've
It's a
shown
major
a-
side boob.
Oh, the side boob. I was looking at the leg. You've showed that amount of leg, but
yeah.
the side boob is great. I think you should try it next episode.
But no, we're going with this.
Looks great.
I love a tennis skirt. I'm learning this about myself.
I love how earnest you were in saying that. I love a tennis skirt.
Well, Tyler, who has a opinion about everything, was like, I don't know, said something snarky about it, and I was like, whatever. I think it's chic. Like,
Yeah, I think it's chic as well.
It's like off-duty model.
Well, he's just trying to bring you down. Don't let it happen. Just
you,
kidding.
Tyler.
Fuck you, Tyler.
See if he listens this far into it.
He's like, I tap out about minute 2 of every episode. You know, I can see how long, not individual people, but I can see how long people watch the episodes.
Yeah.
They don't actually tap out until about 30 to 45 minutes. So we've
Good.
kept them for a long ways into
Listen,
the
stick
episode.
around. There's
Stick
funny stuff
around.
at the end, too.
Yeah, at the end, you don't know what's happening. You're only getting half the story.
Yeah, well, and Tyler was like, well, I don't know anything about Survivor, so that's when I stopped listening. I'm like, the whole point is that we, like, tell anecdotes and, like,
Yeah.
there are other fun things that aren't involved with Survivor at all, but...
I mean, in
Come on
defense
in,
of
Queens.
Tyler, I only listened to the Go Off Delta portion of Very Delta.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love that piece of it, and then I stop listening when the interview comes on.
That's fair.
But don't do that to us.
Don't do it to us.
And we're about to have some interviews coming up. I'm very excited for.
Yes, yes, and over the internets.
Yeah, over the internet. So we
we're
had to
learning new
figure that out.
technologies.
Well, yeah, Jeremy is.
Thanks, Jeremy.
And you asked what that little pan was. It was like a catering pan.
Yes.
He had an ingrown toenail.
Okay.
I'm telling you, it's an adventure living with him. He had an ingrown toenail, so he went to the urgent care because
Oh.
it was that bad. Oh, okay. I was like, where are you going? And so he got that so he could soak his fucking ingrown toenail. Right, I was going to say, in that pot.
He, like, stopped at the Jewel to, like, pick it up.
Yeah. But he is sort of
so
like,
cute.
he likes gadgets and things, like, for, like, one purpose. Like, he'll get something that's only made for one thing. Like, he got something for mopping our bathroom floor, but just the bathroom floor, because you can't use it anywhere else. He just, yeah, he loves to get little things, gadgets. And should we get into what we think about Drag Race Season 10? All-Stars Season 10?
Yes, I need to pull up, like... It's been such a long season.
Yeah, so pull up a list of the people. We can talk about them. First of all, did you like the bracket format? I loved the bracket format.
Okay.
That was new and fresh.
Yes, I love it when they switch things up.
Yes.
Like, it's so worth it to try new things because not only has just, like, original recipe gotten stale a little bit, but now it's, you know, globe spanning. And
Yeah.
so it's just the same thing, the same formula. And we love it. Like, I think we've said this before. Drag Race, Survivor, I'll never not watch it.
Bad season, still good season. Right?
Yeah. And it's like, it's definitely fun to like watch with friends and stuff, but
Which we did.
yes. But like the days when I did have to catch up by myself, it was like kind of a slog. When
Yeah.
I couldn't like,
I agree.
throw popcorn at the TV and stuff. But yes, I like the switch up. However, there was a few brackets where it was just sort of like, if you weren't into it in the first episode, you're like, great, we got 2 more episodes of this. And that's why Mother strategically placed that bracket third.
Yeah,
Because
I
then you're already
know.
invested.
We were already invested because the first and the second bracket were great. And Lydia, Mistress, and Bosco, were they in the same bracket? No.
No, first bracket was Aja, Bosco, Deja Sky,
Yes.
Irene the Alien, Olivia Lux, and Phoenix.
So that was a great one. I think I loved Irene. Obviously, we didn't get to see too much of her in her first season, so that was
really
fun.
loved her. Like, I'm like sci-fi queen, so like a sci-fi queen really did it for me.
Yeah.
And yeah, we definitely were robbed of her in her season because Rue didn't think the making water was funny.
Yeah.
Which,
Did you think it was funny?
no, but
No, I didn't either. But she tried.
she tried.
It was something.
What happened in that first bracket?
What happened? Well, I hadn't actually watched the season Bosco was in. It's one season that I need to go back and rewatch. I don't know why I didn't watch that season.
Yeah.
So Bosco was
the
new
one
to me.
season you didn't.
It's the one season of Drag Race I did not watch. I don't know why, but I didn't watch it.
Weird.
I think I was depressed during that time.
Who won that season?
Yeah, but it was a very packed season because
Georges. Metamorphosis.
Yeah.
Daya. Deja. Oh, okay. So like.
So all of them.
A lot of people were in this season. Oh, it was Willow.
Willow, yes.
Who is now a Chicago Queen. Wasn't
is now a
before,
Chicago Queen, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so back to that. So the first bracket, it was fun to see Bosco. She was one of my favorites. She's very quick-witted.
Yes.
I love that. She's very quick to punch back. I loved her style. I loved everything about her. We were enamored by her tits, too.
Yes, trans goals. I showed the surgeon her boobs. I was like, do you know who Bosco is? And she's like, no, who's that? And a nurse in the room, she was like, it's from Drag Race.
It's from Drag Race.
Oh
my God, that's so cute.
And she goes, okay, all right, that's going to be about 300, 400 cc's. This one's bigger than that one. I was like, yeah.
What cup size is that?
I don't know. I think it's going to be like a C-ish.
A C, okay.
What is Bosco from? Do we know? Like, where does she get that name?
Bosco is a drink, I think. Look it up.
Welcome to Come On In, Queens, where we just Google
we just
things.
sit here and Google things the whole episode. Wait, it's like, two golden girls.
Bosco's drag name comes from her deceased dog, also named Bosco.
Oh, no. Her deceased dog? That makes me love her even more.
Sweet. Like, maybe it's like the first... your first pet, your first street name. Like
That's cute.
The first time I went out in drag.
Right. That's supposed to be your drag name. Is the first street, the street you grew up on, and your pet's name, right?
Your pet's name in the first street.
That could be your porn name as well.
So mine was Sheba Winston, which is kind of hot.
Mine is Duke Wagon Tongue. It was such a weird... Wagon Tongue was the name of the street I grew up on.
Honestly, that's like kind of... slay. The name Bosco is of Italian origin, meaning forest or wood.
But I swear it's a forest or wood. I swear it's a drink as well. We'll look that up.
Okay.
Okay.
You were saying
no, I mean, I was
Demon
going
Hunter?
backwards to talking about when we said something about Golden Girls. When I was watching that, I Know What You Did Last Summer, I was like, these people are now 50.
Yeah.
But Ryan Phillipe is so hot.
Wait, he was in
He's
it?
50. Yeah, Ryan Phillipe.
But he's not in the new one.
No, he was in the old one.
Because he's dead.
Right.
Yeah.
We
No,
watched
I
the
was-
original one last night.
Ryan Phillipe, like in Cruel Intentions, freeze frame on that bare ass.
Yes.
You know.
He was a sexual awakening for me, and I was thinking about... He was actually in Another World, the show, the soap opera. Did you watch soap operas
Just
at
Bold
all?
and the Beautiful and Young and the Restless.
Okay, so my grandma had... We're off tangent, it's okay. My grandma watched an hour she had her stories like every hour, starting with Young and the Restless, going through Days of Our Lives. And I got hooked on Days. For years I watched it. But nothing really happens on soap operas. Like they go all week, and then Friday's like the big reveal or the big like climax of everything because they leave you over the weekend. But anyways, Ryan Phillipe was on Another World. He was a gay teenager on that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, so like you were like closeted and checking him out and being like, I could be that.
Yeah, well, for that reason, and also like Days of Our Lives had these outrageous storylines as well. One of the main characters, Marlena, was possessed by the devil for an entire summer. Okay, back to Drag Race. So the bracket won. We liked the bracket format. Bracket won. Liked the people.
I've always appreciated Aja.
I do like Aja as well.
I never did watch the voguing competition show. Wasn't she like a judge on that or something?
No, I haven't seen it.
But I did watch this video on YouTube with Morphine Love Dion having Aja like teach her a little bit of voguing, and I don't know, I just like really like vibed with her attitude and her like outlook on things and
Her attitude and outlook on life.
how to like she's like, don't be like a show pony, like you don't have anything to prove, like you are just doing your thing. And I like that.
Yeah, I love that she's so fiery. I'm surprised that she didn't hit Mistress Isabel Brooks when she laughed in her
Honestly,
ear.
the restraint she showed.
She did. She's
Go
come a
watch
long way from her speech against Valentina.
Which is, to this day, still my Instagram bio.
What does it say, your Instagram bio? Something about Linda Evangelista?
Yeah.
Okay.
That one. Anything
Did
else?
you stone those tights?
Did you still those tights?
Anything else in the bracket one? No, I mean,
So Deja, Olivia, and Phoenix got cut. Are you happy with the 3 that made it through?
Oh, yeah, it was correct. And I actually, in our bracketology fantasy league, had voted for those 3 to be the top 3. Well, I stopped
Look
at
at
some
that.
point. I was like, after a while, I was just like, well, we'll get to it. I was done with it by
Yeah.
bracket 3. It didn't necessarily feel like fan favorites in that bracket. Necessarily. Like, I would have never picked Irene the Alien to come back. Would you have? It seemed
Yeah,
like
well,
just random people.
I think what happened is when she was booted first her season, she then did what the queens are doing these days, which is they post what they would have worn on
yes.
Instagram every week, and everyone was like, she would have totally shown out if she would have stuck around.
That's all.
I feel like we have like no energy.
Speak for yourself. Okay, let's go to the second bracket.
Okay.
Second bracket.
Second bracket is Georges, Carrie,
It's
Lydia,
gonna go like this, and then
Mistress, Nicole, and Tina. Okay, Nicole Paige Brooks from Atlanta, Georgia, NPB fag.
You loved her.
She's
You call her a
just-
cross-dresser. Say more.
That's what all the girls say, that she's like. She's not a drag queen. She's a cross-dresser, because she just, throws a little shade on the lid and some lips on, and then she's good to go.
Yeah, I can see that.
And she's been doing that since
She's
day one.
hilarious.
She's hilarious, and she's old, and we gotta represent for those old.
How
queens.
old is she? Fact check.
Fact check.
50-something.
1973.
73. So she's the same age as Ryan Phillipe. That's my point of reference right now, because we just looked that up this morning.
51.
51.
Wow.
So she's doing great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other standouts? Mistress Isabel Brooks, can we talk about her? I was very excited about her in this bracket.
In the bracket, I was like,
Yes.
we are going. Thank God they brought her back. I thought for sure, final 2, shoe-in, Ginger Mistress. Easy.
That's what you were thinking.
From
Yeah.
the
jump.
second that the cast was announced, I was like, oh,
There you go. Who gave her? She was supposed to give the point to Carrie,
yes.
and
then
she gave it to
Lydia.
Lydia.
Right? Yeah. Because she said, I was going to choose Carrie, but I knew that she was going to be a bitch and go back on her word or whatever, which I heard a rumor that she did write Carrie, but after Carrie didn't choose her, she erased it and put Lydia on there. And even though that was like the reason that they all had to write it down, so if they couldn't change their answers,
Yeah.
producers were like, just let her do that for the
We'll
drama.
just let her.
Which, I mean, welcome to Drag Race.
Welcome to Drag Race. Now, do you think the producer's hand, we talked about the producer's hand in Big Brother last week, do you think the producer's hands have been more apparent as it's gone on, or it's always been like that? Because I just noticed it this season, them being very heavy-handed with production.
Really, I would say, I think from the jump, Mother has always been wanting to have the say. I mean, obviously, she says, like, ultimately the final choice is up to me.
Yes.
At the end. But I think it all started with those rose petals
Sorry.
from Sasha Velour's wig.
Okay,
Because
tell
that
me
was the
more.
first time that they had the lip sync for the crown. Mm-hmm. And I'm sure Mother, like the rest of the viewing audience, was like, Shay's got it in the bag. Mm-hmm. And the second those petals started falling from her wig, I was like, shit. And Mother was like, well, we can't not give it to her. Like, she just won that lip sync. Mm-hmm. And Mother doesn't like that. Mother
like
wants
the
things to
control.
go the way that
Right.
she wants them to go. So I think since then it has been very
Curated.
yes, micromanaged, and Honestly, the fucking final lip syncs are so outplayed, and we know now after season after season after season, they don't matter. They don't matter. Why are we even bothering with the finale being a Lollapalooza or whatever?
Well, I have a lot to say about that, but let's stay in bracket 2 for now. Mistresses of Brooks. Great television, like kind of the people that we want to see on Survivor more of. Like, I thought she brought enough drama, but she didn't seem like she was a bad person, at least in that bracket anyway.
Yeah.
Lydia, I'm obsessed.
Yeah,
Love Lydia.
I was like, she's fine in her first season.
Yeah, I wouldn't have picked her to come back from that season. I was kind of surprised.
In fact, we knew that she was already chosen for
Yes.
All Stars, and so that was like my little gift to our little viewing party. I'd be like, "Do you want to know like an inside
A big
thing?"
spoiler.
And some people like didn't want to know, but then people did. And
But it didn't say anything about her placement. I don't think it spoiled that because she
no,
didn't.
just that she was
Just that
chosen,
she was chosen,
for the
right.
next All Stars and had already was already filming it or had already filmed it. So we were like waiting for that big reason why she was chosen, and then when she went out, we were like, "Are they gonna bring her back this season?"
Yeah.
Like she
Right.
didn't really give anything that was like
No.
All Stars worthy. However,
She couldn't get out of her dress.
Mother loves the name.
Lydia, she wanted to say butthole again.
Just create a drag name that Mother loves, and
you'll love to
apparently
say it.
get shooed right into All Stars.
But deservedly.
Yeah, and she only had like 2 weeks to get her outfits around. Which,
Wow.
good thing it was only the 3 episodes, so it was like a more condensed list of things that they needed to prepare. But she did it. She did the damn thing. I think she really brought.
Yeah.
Like she elevated from her season, even though it was like weeks.
Yeah. And she's a sewer, though. She didn't personally sew all the outfits, though. She went and outsourced a lot of it.
I don't know.
I think she did. We'll
I
say
mean,
that.
you would hope that, yeah, she had some
I don't
help.
think she had
like,
enough time.
She's
She's
like,
like,
knuckles would be broken, like, she'd be bleeding.
So that also felt like a correct person to win the bracket. Mm-hmm. And then the other one from that bracket was Georges, which was, when I saw the cast announced, I was like, oh, Georges is going to go far.
She's one of those queens where I think one of the first things that Ru said to her was like, you were born to be a drag queen. And sometimes you're just so good in that, and like you just play your part so well. She knows exactly how to dress her small frame. She dances like the wind.
She dances like I always think of her in that moment in the last All Stars where she gets thrown across the stage. That was wonderful. I want to get thrown across anything.
Right?
Right.
I just feel like a little waif.
I know I want to be like a little waif, just like blowing in the wind.
But in that, like, when you're so perfect like that, I think sometimes you can get lost. Shitty to say, but it's just a thing that your brain does sometimes, where you just sort of discount someone because they're just like, they show up and they do the thing and it's great. Georges just proved that she was still on top of it, still cohesive in everything that she did, and she really brought it every time. So by the end, it was like she definitely deserved her place.
She did.
I just wasn't in the beginning expecting that.
All right. Anybody else from that bracket that you want to bring out? Those were. I also, when that happened, felt like, even though it was kind of the way that it came out, it seemed kind of shisty that Mistress did it that way. It felt like the correct 3 to move from that bracket. Carrie Colby, beautiful, funny, gorgeous, doing handstands. We'll talk about that later in the final lip sync.
Yeah. Tina versus Mistress. Like,
Tina was, that was a great, what do you call it? A great rivalry pair.
If the final bracket, not what are we calling it when they all came together? The finale bracket?
The semifinal bracket.
The semifinal bracket.
Yes. It gets
Had
very
that-
sports lingo in that whole
Had
thing.
that played out differently, it would have been whatever. But because of the way it played out, we actually did get a little insight into sort of Mistress's undoing, because it was hilarious and funny and at the time. However, if you look back at it, Mistress chose Tina as her victim because Tina's the most sensitive and the most susceptible to such things.
Yes.
Which was entertaining at the time, but then when you see what she does later, you're like, oh,
Yeah.
you're just kind of like going
You're
for
kind
the
of-
lowest hanging fruit. That's
Right.
not like...
That's your thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I agree. Tina was so like it's like when your brother or sister picks on you and you react. I mean, I was the youngest of 3, so when I would react, I didn't react and they would leave me alone. Like, they do it for the reaction. A bully does it for the
always
reaction.
so frustrating.
And she
growing up.
reacted. She gave that.
Yeah, my dad picked on my mom all the time.
Yeah.
And she would just get so flustered and upset. And it's like, Mom, you've been dealing with this for years and years and years. Like, you haven't learned to just, like, let it go. Like, don't let it get to you. But
Yeah.
some people are just built to take it. I don't know.
Built to take it.
That's
yeah. Well, some people are built to take it. Did you just point at Jeremy? Oh my god. Okay, that could go in so many different directions. We'll change the subject. Anything else from bracket 2? By the way, we have to redo bracket 1 because now we actually have energy.
Do we need to?
I think so. We were very low energy, and I don't think we even talked about anybody in bracket 1. Do we? Maybe we don't need to.
I mean, we'll
forward.
just make sure to keep some of us talking about the fact that
Okay,
we
fine.
needed
No,
to
we'll
worry.
keep this in here. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
This
Let's
is,
just not edit it all.
No.
Let's just start doing this live.
That would save me a lot of time. So let's go to 3.
Let's go to 3.
Let's go to bracket 3,
Okay.
which is where it started to fall the fuck apart for me. Mm-hmm. Just as an intro, I will say when I saw the cast announced, I was like, "Oh, Ginger's back." Did you have that kind of reaction?
Well, because what, Georgia's 3rd time, Ginger 4th time?
4th time. Yeah.
Yeah. No, yeah, I definitely had that reaction, but it was like a reaction, and then it was like, oh, okay, this is what we're doing now. Like,
We're building these all-star seasons for people to come back who have never won.
yes, which, that's never happened before. We've never done a season of Survivor like that. We've never done a season of Big Brother like that.
Right.
Where they bring back a returnee,
Redemption Island.
place them with a bunch of people who are just not very good, and...
Yeah, and allow them to win. I didn't think of that until you said that, because yes, Redemption Island was absolutely for Rob to win the game, because he couldn't have won unless he had a cult.
Yep. Remember when he wouldn't let anyone leave the camp?
Yeah, that's his game. He won't let people talk to each other. It's like, whoa, he's like a cult leader. He's awful. And oh my god, so I was listening to Taryn Armstrong this week, and that's how I'm getting my Big Brother updates. Taryn Armstrong's roundtable is how I'm keeping up each week with what's going on the live feeds.
Okay.
Aren't you proud of me?
I'm very proud of you.
Okay, so I know what's happening. I know like the inner dynamics.
Are you watching
and I know
the
the difference
episodes?
between the no.
Some people do that.
I'm preferring
Now that
to
you
get
know what they
this-
look like and
Yeah.
how they act, like you can just hear them. And Taryn does a great job of doing impressions.
Yeah, and Taryn actually said that they brought back a few players and they formed cults within the house. Can you remind me of who those were?
Okay. Paul, they brought him back. It was very cult-like. I remember that season, several episodes being like, this is disgusting. And the people that were like, they were ganging up on were not likable people. In fact, like, are super MAGA now and gross.
Yeah.
But it's not cool to watch anyone get ganged up on.
No.
Especially when you know they're like trapped in a house together. But that's like what Paul would do. Like his little lackeys he would like sick them on them. And if you know Josh Martinez, he's been on the challenge a bunch now too.
Yes, I do.
He was Paul's a lapdog, but in the end, he
That makes
actually
sense.
won over Paul by 1 vote.
Josh did. Mm-hmm. Well, he's kind of a lapdog in challenge too.
Yeah, yeah. But Paul made it to the end, so he was 1 vote away from taking it, which was kind of, what they wanted.
Yeah, so that's interesting. I mean, I think for me it was like with Ginger, how do I say this? Like, because it's going to sound like everybody's been saying, I don't want to discount her talent. She deserves to win. I don't like her because she has like the affect of a theater kid.
She is a theater kid. Yeah,
she is a
period.
theater kid, but so are a lot of, like, Jinx, for example, is a theater kid, right? But she doesn't have that, like, oh, me? Like, you know, like, there's this, like, thing about her
Yes.
that's, like, annoying theater kid to me and people that I've known, where I'm just like, okay, I loved when she did Phone by Lizzo. Like, that was my favorite performance, was a Lip Sync for Your Life performance.
Ginger?
Where have my phone? Yeah. Do you
How
remember
I'm
that?
supposed to get home?
And she takes
Yeah.
her shoe off, and that's her phone. But
I don't
then
remember, but-
I noticed that she does that lip sync or an iteration of it for every lip sync.
Did you see TikTok or Reel or whatever of the girl doing the
Yes, I
impression?
did.
Yeah.
It's like, and then crossed eyes. Like, it's the same thing, right?
Yeah. So, okay, third bracket is
Third bracket.
Acid, Alyssa, Cynthia, Daya, Denali, and Ginger.
Okay. We've already talked about Denali. Love Denali.
Yes.
I don't think she did too much in that lip sync that she lost.
No, not at all. And it was an active song. So, she did the damn thing. I listening to an interview after the fact, like when I was a drag queen, it was very important to me to do for all of my numbers to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. You know, like, oh, for this can be the thing.
Telling
Harkening
a
back
story.
to season 9, when Shay and Sasha are lip syncing,
Yeah.
I'm like, where are the tricks? Where are the stunts? Where is the gag? Because this was the first time they were doing it, and I always had something. I
You already-
always had something, tucked in my glove or whatever.
Hopefully not dead butterflies.
Right. And Shay, love her, one of my, Mount Rushmore queens,
Yeah, absolutely. Me too.
wanted to bring pure lip sync. I'm gonna just bring the attitude, like, which, praise her. But I wish she would have thought, well, what if the other queens are bringing something else? Like, what if that isn't enough? And it turned out it wasn't.
It wasn't. And that decision haunted her after that.
For a really long time.
When she
Love
came
you,
back.
Shay.
Yeah, I know.
But yes, Denali did not do bad.
No.
She just wasn't Ginger.
She wasn't Ginger, but I was looking at her the whole time. So, and then within that bracket as well, what were some other standouts from that? I like Acid Betty now. I thought she did great. She's entertaining.
Liked Acid Betty until towards the end when she was like getting a little soft. And I was like, you're Acid Betty. You're like so sweet.
God forbid she cry.
Fucking cry, bitch.
She was very close friends with, who did she give it to? With
Cynthia.
Cynthia.
Yes.
Who really should not have gone through.
I don't think Cynthia should have been brought back, period.
Yeah.
God love her.
God love her.
I just don't
and her
think
anal
she
cancer.
was bringing a whole... I don't think that's what she had. Isn't it liver cancer?
Okay.
Okay.
Cancer's cancer. It's in the cancer in the lower half.
Yeah, I think she's a very sweet person and a fine drag queen.
And she's funny in her seasons. But
Yeah.
yeah, she didn't need to come back again either.
No. But
So-
Acid, I was looking forward to seeing more from her. And she brought it. She didn't disappoint.
No.
Just, no crying.
No crying. You can't cry when he'll come after you. But yeah, I mean, this is where it started to fall apart for me, and I started to see the Rue's hand in the whole thing. Denali was at Roscoe's, and she had an interview where she was talking about it's woven into the fabric, is what she said, of the show. It's set up for certain queens that are good at certain things, good at Drag Race, and that fit with Rue's humor, which we know that, like, looking at other winners.
Your skill set for Drag Race is a different animal than what your skill set needs to be for just regular life as a drag queen. Like, if you are working in bars, or it's just different. You can be an amazing, wonderful, perfect drag queen and just not be good at Drag Race.
Yeah.
Trixie, for example, she says it herself.
But Denali made a good point. She said, if I would have gotten to the competition and I would have seen, like, it was dance challenge after ice skating challenge after dance challenge, I would have said, oh, those kind of skewed towards Denali. And that was kind of the way it looked, as if those challenges skewed towards Ginger.
Yeah. Let's talk about one of the worst episodes of Drag Race in Drag Race history.
Talk about it.
The Bitchler 2.
The bitch.
And here's the thing, right? So I watch it with
The Golden Bitchler.
I watch it with one group of friends, and then I watch it with another group of friends. And I ended up having to sit through the episode 3 times.
That's why you have a disdain
I
for
wanted
it.
to gouge my eyes out the first time.
The first time, then you have to see it 3 times.
Ginger was hilarious as Ginger Mange.
Yeah,
Which
Ginger
is
Mange.
really funny. But what is that? 25 seconds of seeing her on screen as Ginger Mange?
Playing kind of a big Ange type of character.
Yeah. And then everything else was just torture. Improv in general on Drag Race is rough.
Because
that's
it's
hard
so
for
specific.
Even if I don't like to go see improv live, even when it's like professionals.
I don't.
Because
It's
even professionals
awkward.
have bad days.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh,
it's
so
so
cringy.
painful sometimes.
Drag queens are not professional improvisers.
And they shouldn't be, and nor do we need to watch them be improv.
Yeah, it was rough. And then they were like Denali had a beautiful blending in her prosthetics, like really great. But it was hard to watch her then improvise in it. It just is, that weird Uncanny Valley type of where you're just like, I can't look. It's too much. Like all of the dogs, all of them, and they're like dog looks. I don't know.
It was too much. Yes, that was a bad episode. I agree with you. And then these 3 go on.
Which Daya, Ginger, and Cynthia.
Yes. Which
would have probably been Denali.
It should have been Denali,
Yeah.
for sure, instead of Cynthia. But that was
everyone
where Acid Betty gave her point to Cynthia to go through. I thought perhaps she would give it to Denali, but she didn't.
Let's talk about how they front-loaded Ginger with wins because they wanted to make sure that she was going to make it to the end.
Okay, yeah.
But then in the latter challenges, when it was like clear that she won, she sweeped the Bitchler. But that was I don't remember what the first challenge was.
Was her? Yeah, she should have won that one. Is what
Yes.
you're saying? Yeah, but the one against Denali was that was rigged towards her because I don't think she should have won that week at all.
Yes, so they really piled it on her when they didn't need to. She would have made it anyway.
No, I still picture her in that Elvis outfit that she.
People were so mad about that.
It was really bad. It was so bad.
All I could see was with the metal cutouts was just a shower curtain.
Oh god.
Oh,
okay.
that Ginger Minge.
That Ginger Minge. So then she goes. she did she win all of them? In that.
I think so.
Yeah,
I think
but
she
I
made
agree.
it to the top 2 of each challenge.
They definitely front loaded it, and then she didn't need to win that one against Denali, and Denali probably would have gone through also. And then we get to the Snatch Game, the semifinals, which the Snatch Game. There are a lot of differing opinions on whether they should keep doing the Snatch Game. What do you think about the Snatch Game?
I think that it's not. Impressions aren't in every queen's wheelhouse, much like improv isn't.
And it is improv.
And I come from an acting background, and when the one time I did an audition tape for Drag Race, I could not for the life of me come up with a Snatch Game character. I was just like, I don't fucking know.
Yeah.
Who now it's evolved to the point where you really can just I'm a leprechaun, or you can really
you could
pick all
do
sorts of
Jinx
stuff.
Monsoon as your character.
I
and
think-
people have gotten meta like that.
but I think that they outlawed doing past drag queens.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, because somebody did Alyssa and butchered it or something, and Mother was like, "No, we're not doing that again."
Okay.
But I actually don't know. But if you notice, they haven't. Nobody's done a
Yeah,
a
no,
past
they
queen.
haven't. Yeah.
But yeah, so I haven't heard any of this talk of doing away with it though. Where did you see that?
I think what's happened is that it started to sway towards these they pick completely unknown people or completely unknown identities or entities to try to make it their own, and it just has become not funny. The last 2 have sort of fallen flat.
It's just not in everyone's wheelhouse to be funny off the cuff, to riff with Rue, I get it. I personally know that I would have good days and bad days. Like, you might catch me on a good day, and I'm like, boop, boop, boop. I mean, case in point.
I think
this podcast.
I think we're
we
doing
do it every
fine.
week. But I mean, if you lined them all up, you would see like, oh, this episode she had this amount of energy, and this
episode he was high on caffeine.
Yes,
twitching.
So
yeah,
and that's the same for that. I think that in terms of staples and things we want to bring back every season, I think that's fine to stay.
Okay. Yeah. It was underwhelming, kind of, and I mean, it was really set up for Ginger to win as well. Moving on. What was the next episode?
Talent show. So the talent show now is basically record your own song. Come and lip sync it, period. Because nobody wants to sing live anymore because they've screwed them over. Like they would they would let them sing like with their recording piped in, but then they would on the show air just what the mic was picking up, which didn't sound as good as maybe it did on the day. And so just like humiliating queens for no reason. And it's that they've just whittled it down to now everyone does the same thing. We're knocking them out.
Yeah.
It's just like, okay. So you got to do something different and fun like Bosco did. What I liked Aja's, I was a little surprised that the judges did not like it very much at all. But I think one of the only things I really liked was when she was lip syncing to the crazy like laughing. That got me. But then on second watch, I was like, oh, okay, I get like it's like not what you want from the is she gonna jump from there girl, you know?
Oh my god, did I tell you that for a while I was like I did a bunch of drag performances as like the pit crew type.
Oh yeah, like the hot boy and for like Miss Continental or whatever, right? Or
for Miss Continental, yes, I did tell you that. That was a thrill, and she won. She won that year. The point of me saying that was that Ginger has said after that that's what they do in the pageant world. They keep coming back until they win. And from knowing Natasha, who won Miss Continental, I do know that she went 4 years in a row until she won. But that was her thing. She kept on saying, like, in interviews since she won, like, you just keep coming back until you win.
Yeah, well, you don't say no to Ru, and also, you can't say no to Ru. In their contract, it says, when called upon, you need to return.
But do we need to see that play out in Drag Race? That's my question, I guess. Like, I think that they could have. So for Alyssa's somebody who should have won, and she did win in the international, with whatever. It was something versus the world.
Whatever.
It was whatever.
No,
anyways,
it was
Alyssa,
Global All-Stars.
The Global All-Stars, Alyssa should have won, but that was a setup, like Redemption Island was, for her to win. So, like, bring another format. I hope this isn't what All-Stars becomes.
I think it's time to switch it up and do maybe, like, some themed All-Stars, where it's, like, first boots, or...
Second chances.
I don't even know.
All the
I don't even
Survivor.
know, but like something that forces their hand to say, okay, maybe these because Ben knew that the people now are not all stars. It hasn't been all stars in a while.
They're not fan favorites.
Not to tear anyone down. It's just like. In the beginning, they really tried to get like the cream of the crop, but then once they started doing it every single year, they run out of people. So they bring people back. They bring people that weren't very good, and then there's some queens that have never even been asked that like the public is clamoring for.
Yeah,
and it's just like let's get those people. Like let's do an All Stars of all first time All Stars. How about that? Yeah. Let's just start there.
Let's talk about the finals. I have something to say about the lip syncs.
La Parusa.
Now, this is where it felt very... If there were that many coincidences...
I'm just remembering something that was really funny I want to share.
If there were that many coincidences, either Ginger is the most lucky person in the world, or it was staged. Like, Ginger got to choose 2 times which song she got. It also I felt like I loved Bosco's performance, but I was thinking, what would have happened if she didn't get burlesque and she had to do that to Pink?
She would have worked it out. She would have worked
You
it out.
think? Okay. It felt very tailored to burlesque. Like, do you think they're backstage being like, hey, nobody picked burlesque?
Oh, no. What they do is, like, when they are given, like, scripts, and it's like they're reading the character descriptions, generally, they cater to the queens that are there.
Yeah.
So they'll be like, oh, this one's, like, the slutty sexual one. And it's like, you know, some queen is, like, fits that mold. And it's basically like, people are like, I want to show versatility. And it's like, this is the place to show the hits. This isn't the place to come and, like, try something brand new you've never done before. Like, they're giving it to you. They're saying, here is a role that you will excel at. You should do this.
Yeah.
But when they let them choose themselves, they can go off script sometimes and not do what they want. In these song choices, yes, there are always certain songs that are, like, clearly there for a certain queen.
Okay.
Which then you can use strategy to pick the song that you know was for this other person.
Yeah.
So that they can't do it.
So that they can't do it.
But luckily, Bosco got
But luckily Bosco got it and tore it up.
But
that was
then
great.
had to lip sync against Ginger. The second that they were
Right.
paired up, it was like, fuck.
And the second they were paired up, I was like, fuck.
But
I know,
also,
and it was like Pink.
It was directly after
Love Pink.
Bosco's lip sync. So she had to go from one right into the other against Ginger to a song that's really not her style. And it was just like, she was just set up to fail for sure.
Yeah, and it was sad. Like, I saw some of the behind the scenes where she came off, like, crying, and, like, it just felt very icky. And again, to me, I'm looking at Bosco the entire time because that's who I'm looking at as she's lip syncing. And Ginger's doing her thing over there. And it's like, I don't get it. I just
We
don't.
need to stop
I don't
with
get
the
it.
Lollapaloozas.
We have to stop with them. Yes, it's true.
Yes. With all winners, all stars, like, I think it's widely acknowledged that Monet probably won that lip sync against Jinx, but everyone also widely was like, Jinx needs to be, like,
Jinx
the
needs
queen
to
of all
win.
queens from the way she turned it out this season,
Yeah.
and just, like, who she is in general, her whole body of work and everything. But that was, like, sort of the beginning of the end when it was like, okay, Mother's going to choose who she wants to choose.
Yeah.
The lip syncs do not matter.
They don't matter.
So why are we doing this?
Why are we doing them?
I liked when they, like, maybe performed to songs that were, like, written, tailored to, like, them. Like Kim Chi doing Fats Femmes Asians or whatever. Like, that stuff was cute. But I don't know. Let's come up with something new.
Let's come up with something new. Yeah, I agree. They need to get rid of that whole thing. Boring, predictable, and rigged. Going back to, though, like, what you said with not being able to get actual all-stars, there's this whole, like, the mom networks thing. Like, anybody who's on there now is not even eligible to come back, right? Like, Willem, Alaska, like, these are people that I would love to see. Courtney, Delta.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've really grown a resistance against them, haven't they?
Which
It's the same thing with Survivor. Like, we talk about, like, who got on season 50 and we're disappointed, but those are all Jeff's friends. Like, it's now RuPaul's friends, right?
Yep.
Getting on. The feud between Mistress Isabel Brooks and Willem.
Okay, but let's take it back to
let's go
on the
back.
show when Mistress crashed and burned because she...
Yeah, we didn't talk about that.
Yeah.
When she was getting an 8 Asha's, wrong person to fuck with.
She got in her feelings and in her head and then was acting out in a way that was just gross. Like, I love that Mistress wants to bring the drama, wants to make good television. Like, we need that, right? Mm-hmm. However, much like a certain, Elder Hants that we know of, can be fun to watch on TV, but they're also kind of gross people. And Mistress wasn't that for me until she started acting like that. And it's just, just oozing insecurity, right? Like,
Yeah, it was very apparent.
you can smell that shit from a mile away. And I wanted to root for her so bad, but it just got gross. She just was, like, going for low blows. The energy vampire shit, I cannot stand. That is the quickest way to get me to write you off forever. If you make everyone in the room feel the way that you're feeling, unless it's, like, really positive and, like, good, fuck off.
Yeah. I think you nailed it earlier. She had in her bracket an easy target and somebody who would play off of her in Tina Burner. And then when she gets to the semifinals, she doesn't have that easy target because these are all like, they're not going to take her shit. And specifically Aja, who I'm like,
I couldn't believe she went for her, but
is your
Aja's
target?
restraint
Right, okay.
and did not take the bait, which was smart and probably the best thing. That I wanted to crawl out of my skin when she did
disgusting.
that.
Yeah.
It's like, are we 12? What
Right.
is happening here?
And so how did that feed into Willem and her feud?
Just
'Cause you backed
sort
us
of,
up.
yeah. So it just sort of became more of the same. Like, I watch Mistress's YouTube. Like, I think she's really funny. I was under the impression that she is like, this is all fun and games. We're here to kiki and cut up and throw shade, pick on each other, but like at the end
But we
of the day,
still
we're
love
all
each other.
sisters.
Yeah,
and
we're all
family.
sisters. We love each other. Right.
And
That's her thing.
on the show, and then with this Willem thing, it's like,
Doesn't seem
girl,
to...
I think you're taking some things personally
Yeah.
and not making this fun anymore. However, I will say that she did make a few good points. Namely, that for someone who speaks out so much against RuPaul, which honestly I'm on board with. A lot of things that Willem says are just true. But like, they made the Mom Network, which is just wow upside down.
Like, RuPaul is a climate terrorist.
Anyway, RuPaul's a climate terrorist. Cut.
I love that so much. Yeah, I mean, that's a point, but okay, continue with your point.
That's a point.
I have a counterpoint.
No, I think that was...
Yeah, I mean, I do think that when I watched Isabel's, let's just call her Mib. I can't even say it.
Mib.
When I watched Mib's video on YouTube, I was like, oh, she's being petty. And then I watched Willem's, and I do think there's something about somebody's demeanor of like, she just calmly took her points and she responded to them just unbothered. And that's the thing, like, is somebody like enraged or has feelings behind it? You can tell if somebody doesn't. Like, maybe these things were true that she was saying, but the way that Willem just spoke about them was like, yeah, I made a living off of RuPaul. So did you. Like, so do we all.
Yes,
Like,
and she's like, I also can do this thing too. I can also be a bitch. I can also be petty. Like, she was owning up to her stuff, but
Yeah.
just in a very calm and collected way. I was happy that she responded for us, the audience, to just get that sort of payoff.
and do you think it is to kind of stay relevant and stay in the...
No, I think that it really got to Mistress. I think she genuinely was, like, if she would have sat on that for a couple weeks, I think it would have probably dissipated. She probably would have thought better of it. But I think she reacted and she did it, and then she put it out there, and now is... Let's see how it plays out. But I'm watching Mistress now with a more critical eye
Yeah, me too.
on her insecurities that earlier on I read as confidence and sort of that, like, knowing, like, wink of, like, we're doing this, but, like, you know, like, we really, it's cool. Now it's like, are you really coming for the girls? Like,
Right.
why?
Well, RuPaul also thinks that weight loss is just a transformation, like a life transformation on its own. But as we know, getting sober, I don't know if this is a good comparison one-to-one, but you get sober and then you still have this journey of making yourself a better person. And like, stopping drinking, stopping using is not the thing that actually does that. You can still be a miserable fucking person when you stop, and we both have been and have like worked on ourselves, and that's years journey. Like, that took me so long to get to the point where I'm like, oh, I love myself, like I'm comfortable in my skin, like we can go forward now. So I think that she's on that journey, and we're having to watch it play out. Well, I mean, overall, it started off strong. I see those memes where it's like the nicely painted picture of a horse turning into like a sketch at the end. Like, that's how it felt. It's like the later parts of the game got a little bit off the rails to me.
Yes. What I liked about this, okay, so we're doing like a overall.
Overall thoughts. Where do you sit with All Stars 10 right now?
I really loved that there were 6 months between the brackets and the semifinals.
That was great. I love
because
that
then we
too.
got like, surprise, skinny ginger, skinny mistress.
Yeah.
I like it for the queens that they know they're definitely guaranteed the 3 episodes. They only have to get the outfits for 3 runways,
That's great,
everything.
yeah.
So they don't have to like go broke doing all this.
Mm-hmm.
And then they know that they're going to be in the semifinals. So then they can take that 6 months and then get all the stuff together. And that's more time than any queen has ever had to prepare for Drag Race ever. I just like the passage of time because how often in the seasons are they all one way and then they film the finale and everyone stepped their pussy up and you're like, oh, we only get to see like 5 minutes of it. As where this, you get 3 whole episodes of the winning queens from the brackets really like having upped the ante since last time. So I did like that.
The passage of time, like sands through the hourglass.
These are the days of our lives.
Yeah, I'm still on that. There's got to be some Days fans out there. I want them. I was so obsessed with that show. I just feel like it's kind of... the season didn't work for me because now that I look holistically at it, I do think it was set up for Ginger to win. And I'm not a fan of Ginger. Truly, I never have been. So it doesn't sit well with me in the sense that it did feel like they just did this for her to win.
Yeah.
Now, if they would have done it for a queen that I love, I would not be saying this. Like if they would have done this for Bosco, I'd be like, yay, Bosco won.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that Ginger's talented. I think she's funny. I've always liked her well enough. And I think that in the end, she deserved it. I think that other queens would have also deserved it. It's not her fault. Like the fact that people are like piling on her.
No.
It's not her fault. She didn't request to be brought back and catered to and taken to the end to win. She worked for it.
She did.
But it's just the so clear, apparent producer fuckery.
Tampering.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So overall, there we go.
Bosco.
I really think they should also do another winner season, but I don't think they have enough winners that would want to come back or that can come back that aren't in the resistance.
The only thing I think about that is I think that Bob is so well-rounded that if he were to be on a season,
there's no competition.
He would just win it.
Yeah.
Period. Even against the likes of Shay or Alaska.
All right, well, that's all we have time for. No, I did that because you did that to me last time. I was like mid-sentence and you were like, okay, well, we're done here today. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me what you're doing the rest of the day. You're going to babysit.
Yes, I have to go out to Jefferson Park and babysit a little 4-year-old girl.
Oh, she's sweet.
I've actually talked about her on the podcast before.
Oh.
Yeah. I think she's a little nervous. I babysat her before, but I also was a boy then. So, but I think, she'll warm up. I'm going early enough that we get to all hang out for like an hour before the parents leave. Mm-hmm. So, and I'm going to
kids are more accepting than adults are, and kids just roll with it.
Yeah. And I think a good rule of thumb is to talk to kids like you would an adult, like, obviously, like, not in certain like words and stuff, but in terms of you don't treat them like a little like baby.
No, and they don't have their predisposed biases or judgments about anything.
Yeah.
We're going to see, I know what you did last summer, Matinee. It's my favorite type of movie.
Oh, yeah.
It was a matinee. And I unfortunately saw a big spoiler already. Fucking Evan Ross Katz. I love Evan Ross Katz.
Evan.
He posted a huge spoiler. Actually, he had an article about the nature of spoilers and how they've been normalized, and then he himself posted a spoiler about this. This is a big spoiler.
Don't tell me anything.
I'm not going to tell you anything.
But, like, was it a spoiler from, like, the first look? Like, if you just glanced at it, you're like, oh, I'm spoiled.
Yes.
Or did you fuck
the picture itself was a spoiler.
Girl.
So, anyway, I think that it has become normal. I didn't watch Drag Race, the finale in real time, so I already knew who won when I came to it. If you don't watch something in the first day or week, it's spoiled now. Mm-hmm. What a wonderful episode. And Well, it's kind of going to be a finale-ish episode for season 1 because we're going to have up to 12 episodes. We're going to be talking about Parv's book next week
Yes.
with Kelly, who is a magical human being, and I'm excited for that.
I'm so excited.
And then we have some more, maybe a Survivor player or two coming up after we go to Nantucket. So,
Yes.
all right, great, well done.